Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have been looking for inspiration and I found all of these pictures and come up with this. So today I've been drawing in Ibis paint, and as you can see I've made 10 nails with various different floral designs on them. I don't want you to take that literally, but yeah, I'm going to try and recreate some of these on my nails with some of the oil paints that I've been buying recently. So yeah, I hope you'll join me and we can have a go and watch me fail. Try not to worry about that because everyone has some flops now and again. And I'm going to have a try and see if I can recreate some beautiful oil painted, textured and nuanced nails today. So sit back, as always, relax, kick your heels up, grab your coffee and watch my video. Enjoy. So I'm going to be using the new mulgam gel from Bevla and my new Bevla brushes, which I haven't used yet. So I'm going to break these out and possibly Vala recipe because I like the blues in there, and some of the new Baroque Halo, which was my PR box from the Saracen, which is absolutely stunning and great for florals, just beautiful cat eye. Although cat eye isn't really the name of the game today. Today I want to be mixing colours, I want to be doing real art. So yeah, I have my inspiration pick that I did at the beginning. I'm not sure that I'm going to follow that, but I will try and do that same type. So with the beveler brushes, I've showed these before. They came with this lovely little holder, this little dolphin holder, which is beautiful. I think you've got a choice of which one. It has an art liner, number 6. As you can see, I've never used them. I have a short liner, which is a number 5. So it's a teeny tiny. I have a long liner number 4. That one's come out of its holder, but that's fine. Very careful with that one. And then we have a drop brush, which is this gorgeous petal shaped brush. All going to be really good for what we're doing today. I have a square for either I can use that for cleanup, I can use it to do little details, I can use it for perhaps even some one stroke, although I'm not brilliant at one stroke, so you won't see me doing very much of that, and the round brush, which is also really handy for the type of artwork we're doing today. I also have another selection of cheaper brushes that I use, everyday brushes that I enjoy using. I've got my Azemi palette, which is looking a bit worse for wear, but I do use it a lot, and that's probably why I'm going to be doing these nails today, because I've had these on now about 10 days and 10 days post-op, and I did them just before my operation. You can see they're growing in a little bit, but all I really want to do is just something. They need a little something on them if I'm growing them out. So while they're still well adhered to my own nails, I want to kind of tart them up a little bit and make them nice. So first up, I'll just put these out of the way for now, on my little bin underneath. I'm going to have some alcohol in here just to clean up with. I'll just take it from here just for my brush, so that we can clean up my brush on that. Just a little drop in the bottom. Pop the lid on so it doesn't all evaporate. And I'm going to get my mulgam gel out. So, never used these before, but I want to have a look at them. So they come beautifully packaged. I have never swatched them or anything yet. I just haven't had the time, to be fair. Oh, I'm trying to open it the wrong way. Let's see if I should throw it. That's it. So it comes with this gorgeous swatchy card, which, like I say, I haven't used as yet. So I do want to use these. I think these would make beautiful colours for oil paintings. So usually I like a watercolour effect. This is completely new to me and we will need to open them. So I'm going to open them all and then we'll be right back. So I think it's important to say that before I start, I'm just going to mat all of my nails. So I'm going to do that by giving them all a nice buff. I've got some gels ready from both those sets that I've mentioned, just some colours that I might want to use, and also I've got some gold painting gel which is stunning, and so I thought perhaps I would be using that later. So first up, I just want to buff my nails so they're all nice and tidy all around the edges and on the tops. I don't really want to take that base colour off. I'm quite happy with that. It's a lovely neutral shade, a beautiful nude shade that, you know, that I quite like. So all I'm going to do is tidy up my nails around the cuticles. Because it's only 10 days since they were last done, there isn't a lot to take off. My cuticles are quite fine anyway. I don't have thick cuticles, so yeah, should be fine. So just giving them a quick bath and then I'll zip round them with the mini mandrel and just tidy them all up. So once I've done that, I will come back to you. sure that everything is still in place on my nail. I don't want any lifting or anything like that. So we'll pop that back up there because I don't need that for now. And these nails are just inspired by the onset of spring, because spring is going to be here very, very soon, hopefully. So yeah, I just fancy trying out my new polishes, and I'm glad that you're here to join me. So yeah, like I said, I will speed some of this up. You will see me pop some colours out onto my palette, and I'm just going to start painting. I will try and stick to the designs in the picture. I'll post again up here for you. But yeah, that may not be possible. I may change my mind. I do want this to be textured, slightly nuanced. So I want different effects throughout the nail. I want different types of gel, different layers. And yeah, I just want to make it all springtime and use them up completely. There we go. So we're all matted. So let's get started. So I'm back. So I've painted all 10 nails in the cat eye. I'm just going to wipe them off very quickly because I've got a really thick inhibition layer on them, I think. It feels really sticky there. And then I'm going to buff them over once again just to make them matte and ready to use the oil paints on. So I have to be very careful with this because I've put 2 coats of the green and the nude on, so they really show, but the others just have 1 coat. So although this seems to be a thicker gel, I don't want to remove any of that cat eye. So I'm going to just give them a very fine buff right now. So like this, I'll just take it away from my palette. Put my palette out of the way because I don't want that all covered in nail, buffed nail. So yeah, I'm just going to give it a quick buff. This is simply because I don't want it to end up too thick. So there we go. Just bring it back just that little bit. So only with the buffer, not with the nail file. I will just speed on through this. And then at last, we should be ready to do some nice textured painting designs. So I'm no artist, no Monet. I do like art, actually. I do a lot of art, but I haven't, for a wall. I can do it on a canvas, but ask me to do it on a nail, that's a whole different ball game. So I'm going to have to use my special magnified glasses to do this. But just bear with me while I do. And there will be mistakes, guys. This is what it's for. I'm playing with nails today. Something to do in the afternoon. It's a wet, horrible day here in the good old Blighty, the West Midlands. And the weather is crap. So I've nothing else to do and I'm really bored. My husband's on a late shift, so I'm on my own today. And I just thought I would come and do some nails. I did go out for the first time in 10 days today, which was quite... It's amazing how quick... I mean, I've got mobility difficulties, so I use a little scooter to go shopping. And it's amazing how quick you lose confidence. I completely felt panicked being out on my own. Quite strange, but yeah, I've got to do it again tomorrow and get some new specs, so that'll be fun. Anyway, what have you been up to? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you're doing. Are you doing this along with me? That would be nice. If not, what are you up to? Anything exciting? I'm in the middle of a house move, as you all know, and you're probably fed up with me talking about it. I've not moved yet, not found another house, not sold mine. I'm getting a bit picky now about where I want to go and what I want in my new house. Before now, it was just a downstairs loo and an ale room. Now I want a big living room diner, a garage for my husband to put his stuff in and have a hobby room. I want a conservatory. I want 3 bedrooms instead of 2 and a study. I want 3 good-sized bedrooms at that. Oh, all once. And can I find it? We found a few in our price range that we really, really liked, but someone beat us to it. It's horrible being gazumped, really horrible. But yeah, that's how it goes. I don't suppose there's loads out there at the moment this time of year. Everybody's getting after over Christmas. But we've had a few good positive vibe viewings for our house. So I'm quite looking forward to selling mine, so hopefully it should go soon. Now, I'm not bothered about this being just that little bit. Can you see where I've taken off some of the colour? That's fine. We're going to be painting over it. I just want a suggestion of that cat eye colour in the background. This is a heavily nuanced nail, so there isn't going to be too much focus on the cat eyes. I just wanted to get them down as a background. I'll have a look at them really to see what they're like. I will redo this one, though. I think they've kind of taken too much off. Or is it just the colour? I don't know. Actually, I'm just going to work with it. Okay, so we'll work with what I've got. So I'll just get myself my little palette, which, as I say, looks worse for wear, but that's okay. And let's get started. So I have to think of what I want to do first. So what I'd like to try is some of this. This one is a stone gel but it's got bits of gold in. So I definitely want to have some of that on my nail. So let's just get a brush. Let's see which one. We'll have the round brush to start, I think. Just leave that in there so I don't lose it. So give it a little flick just to get the glue off because it's a new brush. And I'm going to just go in and take out a little bit. So this nail is a natural nail. And on my picture, I have painted roses just going up the side. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But I just wanted a little bit of this because the rose colour, the outline of the roses is going to be gold. So as you can see, this is why my cuticle area does not matter at all. So these are texture gels, guys. These actually do have a texture to them. They're all different colours. I'll just get the glitter out of my brush. They're all different colours. I have all colours of the rainbow here. But the first nail that I'm doing is painted roses. And I did it in black. But with this, I'm going to use this. Do I want navy? No, I don't want navy. I want something that's indigo. No, not indigo. Shall we try, I think just a black or maybe a blue. Shall we do blue? No, not the right colour. So let's have a look, see what I've got. I think I'm going to use the gold. I think I'm going to do gold roses. Gold outline. This is beautiful. This is. It really shows up. Look at this gold paint. So this is what it's designed for, painting. So we're going to do some painting with a long liner. So first up, I'm going to cure that on my nail. And I'll be right back. I've had a change of heart. I've decided I'm going to paint these ones in black and emboss them. So I think that'll be really pretty. So we just need a little bit of black painting gel. This is the Sarah and Friends from Saracen painting gel. It's called chewing gel or cooking gel, cook gel. I don't know. It's for painting with anyway. So that's what I'm going to use. Let me just pop this lid back on my brush for now. We can use that one again. I never get these plastic things back on, so that's a waste of time. So pop that back in there. Right, so I want a long liner for this. So this one, I'm just going to coat it with paint. Just push the brushes in like that, the bristles. Get them all in. Like this. Make sure we're getting a nice line with that paint. Okay. Now I'm going to mix some gel in with that. So I've got some of this, which is just doing my head in because it's leaked everywhere. But it's just some Zombie King top coat. So it's going to kind of make it just that little bit thicker. So let's pop some of that on. Just get a little orange here. So I'm just going to mix that in with the black just to make it that little bit thicker. There we go. So the consistency is much thicker. I've probably used too much there, Damar. Right, so, oh, gosh, getting all sticky again. Hold on. All sorts of trouble today. Goodness me. Right, so I'll just keep stirring until it gets nice and thick. It's all mixed in together. Don't know what that is. Bit of stick. Okay, so I'm going to get that. See, that's a little bit more gummy. That's much better. So I'm going to get that onto my nail. I'm just painting it in. So painted roses are quite easy to do, really, once you know how. So you start off with a little dot. You come round like this. And then you do the next one like that. So it's just folded petals all the way around like this. All you're doing is putting them in. That's one done. Next. We don't want this gel to spread too much, so we want to keep those lines as thin as possible. But I do want them to be seen. So you can make that one bigger there. Just put in another one here, perhaps. Just a suggestion like that. And another one down here. And none of the paintings are repeated, so every nail is going to be different. Right now it just looks like it's got a mad disease, but it will look better once it's chromed, hopefully. I'm just going to put a final one around here. Get that black on there. Just like that, and that's all I want. There we go. So pop that in the lamp and we'll cure it. In fact, I'll just give it a quick cure here. And then I'll pop it in the lamp. I'm going to put those gels out the way and I'm back. And that's the first nail. Almost done. I'm just going to clean my brush off. Like so. So it's clean. And then I'm going to go in, I think, I'm just going to do my own thing here and not go by what I did earlier on my drawing, because it's my drawing, I can change it if I want to. I'm going to, I think here's this one, to do some painting on the roses. So I'm going to take my paint and I'm going to make them pink. So I'm just going to go straight in here, pop some down on my palette like so. And this is textured gel, so this will make them stand out slightly. So I just want here and there, just to go around a petal, like so, in a very tiny line, just here and there, to make this stand out a little bit more. And the black will work with it as well. So I'm just using them like oil paints, really. And it's fun. Let's get that to go back on that black. There we go. Then clean that off. And then we'll use a little bit of, I think, antique white. Make sure your brush is clean. Take out some antique white, pop it on the palette, and just add it in here and there. Just keep the shapes of your roses intact while it's still wet, and it will kind of mix a little bit with the pink and make them look more realistic. Well, at least that's the plan. There we go. So, yeah, I like that. By the way, guys, I didn't change my specs. I've got my usual ones on, so I'm just not wearing the big ones today. Can't find them. Don't know where I've put them. also going to take a bit of white and pink for this. I'm just going to blob that in there. So nice. And it deals with my messy cuticle. Try not to lose the shape of the rose when you do this. If you do, you can go back in with some black and outline them later, but it kind of outdoes the effect. So I'm going to wipe that off. Take a little bit more white. Just pop around here. I'm going to cure this. And then I'm going to go back in with some green for the leaves. So you can see it's a texture gel. I do want that texture to remain on the nail. There we go. I'm liking it. Okay, so wipe that off. That back on. I don't want to cure anything unintentionally. Love it. So pop that in the lamp and I will be right. Cured that and I've given it a rub with some alcohol. What I'm now going to do is I'm just going to gloss top this, the cat eye only, and matte the roses. So they are matte already, but obviously I want to seal in the design. So first of all, just get some matte, pop that over the rose effect area, just very gently, like pop it in so that we don't lose the definition, not too much, just a thin coat over that part of the design, like so, just like that, only to protect them. We don't want too much on there. And then I'm going to get my gloss top coat, which would be this one, my favourite. It's the low viscosity zombie top. Just means it's quite runny. I can get it out of the thing. So I'm just going to put that on to the top half of the nail. That should bring back the cat eye design. And don't worry about where it meets, just put it in as best as you can, like so. There we go. And that nail is pretty much done. So I'm just going to cure that, guys, and then we'll be right back. So I'm back. I have had a phone call, so I've had to go and see to that, and I had to charge my phone because it ran out of battery. And in the interim, what I did was I've added a little bit of gold just around the tulips, just to outline them a little bit, and added my top coat. So we'll call that nail done. It was a disaster. I'm not happy with it, but hey ho, you can see all the colours. It's just maybe not so well in this light. Anyway, the next nail is similar to this one. It's roses. So let's get on with those. So I want to make a change with the colours. I'm still going to need some of this white, antique white, which is stunning. Love it. And I also want to be using, let's see what colour we'll use this time. I think it was a purple nail. Let's have some buttercream. Yeah, let's try some buttercream. So I'll pop that in there. So oh, that's a lot. It is actually the texture of buttercream is stunning, this paint. I really like it. And shall we try a little bit of something else? Maybe some orange. Yeah, let's put some peachy orange in. Just a little bit of that. Then I'm going to paint some roses in a similar vein to the other ones that we did before. get some peach on my brush. Okay. Now I'm just going to add some green.
and just put some of the most delicate strands of stalks onto them, like so. Should have really cured that first. I'm probably going to mix with the pink. Don't let it get too thick. Ooh, finger slipped. It's okay. There we go. Pretty. Okay, so I'll top coat that once I've cured it, and I will be right back. So that's the middle nail complete. Now the next one is all roses. So for this one, I'm going to use pink and purple, I think, to make it really stand out. So just get some pink onto my palette. It's really nice. I love that pink. So pretty. And I'll get some more purple out. And then I'm going to go in and get some more antique white. So I'll just clean my brush off for that. I'm still using the same wipes as well for the clean the brushes. Right, so antique white. I don't really want that one. I don't want that much. It's too much. A bit like that. That will do. And so I'm going to be painting this on because this one's easier to paint with. So I'm going to use my little short liner brush once more. And just go in. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to use a different brush. Put the lid back on that one for now. Use this one, which is the Daisy. So I want some pink. Just pick it up like so. And just start painting some roses. So we just want some little croissant shapes. Petals around the outside. We are going to go in with another colour so they'll really stand out. So we'll do another one here. I'll start with the comma shape. Come in like so. Just pop them on. Another one here. Some more paint on the tip of that brush. Bring it round. Pop this on. Doesn't matter if it doesn't look like anything as long as you've got gaps in between them. Because we're always going to come back in with another colour. I'm going to take that off my skin. Make sure you've got it all around the edge. So, always clean up any bits And then I'm going to go into the purple, and I'm going to do the same again. We'll see how we get on with this brush. I may change it. So into the middle, dot, into the middle of each curve. Try not to lose the rose shapes because it's not cured. Just round everything up to the middle. So I really want a blend of that purple and pink wherever possible. Hoping that this is in view and you can see what I'm doing. Into the middle, bring it round. Sometimes it's really hard to get this paint to go actually onto the nail, off the brush. It's kind of hard to get it off the brush in the way that I want it to go. This one is a devil. But we can fix that shortly with some white. Just on a little bit in there. Come on. Can not get a bit off. Okay. So I'm going to cure that. And that looks like nothing at the moment, but hopefully the next step will sort it out. So 60 seconds. So this time I'm going to use my outliner brush because at the moment it just looks like a pink and purple mess. So I'm hoping to change that with some white. Well, it's not white, it's this cream colour. Just to add a little bit of definition to the roses. Remember, we're just doing impressionist art. This was not anything that's supposed to look realistic. It's just supposed to give you a little suggestion of what's there. I want quite a lot of white on it. I'm not too worried that it's too much. Just got to find the next rose. Here we are. This one. Let's come round. Fix that bit. Bring that round. Then this one's kind of hard. More on my brush. I'm going to fix all of this with some alcohol, so I'm not overly concerned at the minute. I just want some paint on my nail. So the next step is all going to be clean up and blurring it to try and make it look real. So now what I want to do is go into this alcohol, leave it on my brush, I'll just go in and blur out the edges like this. So just with my little liner brush, so I can really get into those areas. So I do want this to be kind of blurred and soft, and can wipe it off a bit. It's just kind of melting down the paint a little bit as well, so that I can get those finer lines. I want to be able to distinguish between one rose and the next, but I also want them to fade. So it gives that really pretty effect. I can always go back in if I feel I need to with some darker colours here and there. Of this one, come back round here, just like so. I quite like this one. I want to just take a little bit off. Yeah, the one at the top is the most realistic, I would say. The more you do this, the thinner your lines become. It's just that bit better. Just dry it off a little bit. Go. I'm going to cure that, and then I'm going to come back in with some cat eye to really make it pop. So cure that first for 60 seconds, and I'll be back. So we've cured that nail, so now I'm going to come in with some cat eye. So I want this rosy colour. I'll pop some down on my palette. Don't need a lot, just a splodge. Enough to paint with, so pop that back. Pop my little short liner brush into there. And then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to make this rose pop. So, balancing my finger once again, same as before. Just make some little curves. just take away anything he feels too much. But remember, it's cat eye, so it's going to disappear as soon as you metallicize it. Well, what do you call it? As soon as you magnetize it. And it shouldn't take away from the colour underneath either. You should be able to see that quite well. I'm just going to go in between now and make sure I just split these up where they've become blurred. So I ran out of space on my phone, so I've had to go away and come back. So yeah, not good. But anyway, I've done some rose work. I'm just going to metallize it. Oh, just a sec. Okay, so I'm just going to zhuzh this up a little bit, see if I can get it to glow. Oh, that's nice. Right, okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to cure that immediately. Definitely like that. That's nice. There we go. Straighten the lamp. 60 seconds. So I've gone off and tried to refine them a little bit with the cat eye, but yeah, I think I've kind of ruined that nail a little bit. Well, it's still pretty. I think you can still see there is kind of abstract roses, which is what I wanted. And then we've just got this little one to do. So for this little one, I'm going to use the buttercream because I think we need a little bit of buttercream and some nice antique white. I'll get some more antique white on my palette. I'll be using the green as well, so I'll keep that out. So I want some more antique white. There. Don't need that much for a little tiny nail. Goodness me. What am I thinking? The antique white is beautiful. I think I'm going to be using that a lot, especially with my inks. And then I want the buttercream. I don't think it'll matter too much if I go in with some white on my brush. Because this snail, as far as I remember, it was just little diddy flowers once more. I'm just going to have a look. Yeah, this one is just little tiny flowers. So because I've done a blue nail, it's one of them. It's kind of hard to think of what colour to put on, so I just want little touches of white and yellow to make petals. This brush is too big, so I'm going to do away with this one. Get a little brush out. Where's that little petally one? Let's use the daisy one. So it's tiniest nail as well. So let's just it like that. More. just like that, little tiny bits. Then I want to come in with the cream. I think because I've done that now, I might redo my tulips because I'm not happy with those before I finish up. Just want little blossoms. Building it up. And then I'm going to go in with some green. In fact, I'm going to cure that first. It's quite like that. And I've no idea why. Because it's just blobs. But it looks good. And if it looks good, just go with it. Just give that a few seconds cure. And then I'm just going to get a little bit of green. Don't need much at all. Put a little bit on. Just do this. And I just want a little touch of green. The bottoms. Like so. And then I'm going to get my liner brush. This one. Some green. Although there's plenty green on the nail, so I can just pull it down. So they look like little carnations, I think. The most important one, I can't get enough paint. Okay. Just like so. I think I'm going to tip them with some pink. Just the smallest amount of pink. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Right, so I'm going to put that in the lamp. And I think we'll keep this one matte. So we've got one matte. Yeah. So that's that hand done. Not happy with this finger, but I don't feel like there's a lot I can do with it. I'm just going to leave it as it is. The rest I'm fairly chuffed with. This one I'm just about to fix, so I'm going to take out some of this gold. I'm not happy with that. Let's just go back into the pink, I think. Get some pink back in. I think because I've learned a little bit as I've gone along, I feel more confident to go in and fix this now. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So let's get my little petal brush back. I don't want this one for now. Petal brush. So on into the pink. Ooh. Okay, and I'm going to try and make these tulips just a little bit better. Even if it ends up with a very different flower. Just get some more pink. That one. And some on the end. This flower here. That's better already. Okay. So let's cure that. Just for a few seconds. Pop it in my lamp. There we go. And clean that off. Next, I'm going to the white. So I just wanted that to be cured in place. So now I'm into this beautiful antique white. And I just want to do exactly the same as what I did before, over the top. Take a bit out. Make a mistake, just take it out. Blendy, blendy. So they don't really look like tulips anymore, but at least they look like flowers. They're not too gold. So that is today's video on using texture paints like oil paints. So to me, I don't think it's been that bad really in the end. It's been an education for me because it's nothing like painting with acrylic or oil paints on canvas. Absolutely nothing like it. And I've turned these tulips into 3 petals because I just think it looks nice. But it's just layering it up. That's like that. I like the texture that's happening there. Okay, so let's leave it at that because otherwise I'll overdo it again. And that's pretty. So I'm going to cure that now. Yep, cure it, Maggie, before you end up overworking it. Just take that blob out there. A little bit too much on. There we go. Much better. Pop that into the lamp. Just going to smooth out some bits here and there. That's perfect. Okay. Just give that a cure. And I'll show you the finished result. So some of the nails are matte, like this one. That one's gloss. I don't know if I'd prefer that matte, to be fair. I think I'm going to buff that and do it matte. But the rest I'm quite happy with. Yeah. There we go. Floral nail art. I hope you like it, guys. It's been quite difficult, but I have enjoyed it. So here we go. I'm going to put a top coat on this because it's quite textured. So I'm going to do that now. And then we're done. Now you can overlay these to make them all smooth. I don't know that I want to do that. To be fair, I think I'm quite happy with them being a little bit textured. I mean, they don't lose the textured effect if you overlay them, still textured underneath, but I think they lose the definition a little bit. Just quickly give that another gloss top coat that area because it seems to have dulled down a bit. Sometimes that can happen with the alcohol. So just pop that in the lamp. And I think we are finished. This one too is a bit dull. Give that one a coat. And often that's just because I've been using alcohol so much. And that one is supposed to be matte, so we're happy with that. So that's the other hand. Very different to what I normally do. But yeah, they were a lot of fun. I hope you like them. So I'm just going to matte this one. But I'll do that after I've done this. And just give that a quick cure under the lamp. Really pretty. Which is your favourite? I think this one's my favourite, to be fair. Simplest one. Anyway, I do like them. This one is my favourite. Thanks for joining me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It has been a long one. I've sped it up as much as I can throughout, but it's taken me now on 4 hours to do these nails. And I'm sure I'll get better at it as I go through it. I'm going to buff this nail and make it matte, I think, because I preferred it matte. So I will show you that before I go. However, that's all I've got time for, guys. Thanks for watching. In the meantime, take care of yourself and be kind. So just to show you, just give this a buff. I'm going to make it matte because I wanted to blur it out a little bit. I don't want too much bulk on the nail. It's not going to remove anything, it will just soften it up, which is really what I was after. And then it's time for a clean up. And then I have gone, it's late at night, guys, and I need my bed. Okay, so let's brush that off. It's fine. I'll give it a matte top coat. So one more time with the Devox Zero Matte. And let's matte this nail out. So I do like this one. With the water effect, cat eye. And yeah, cat eye should always be gloss, but on this occasion, it's going to be matte. Give it a good old coat. Highly recommend this matte. It's the best matte top coat I've come across yet. Put it back in its little space. And I'm going to just do a final cure. I'm just closing up my gels so I don't ruin them. And yeah, we're done. That one looks much better now. I really like that now. Pretty. Okay. So those are my nails. I think I like them. This one's so pretty. Well done. So yeah, that was it matte. Still like you can still see that cat eye, it's very velvety. So it's done. Love. So thanks for watching, guys. In the meantime, bye.